Jeremy Kyle plays the doting grandfather as he holidays in Barbados with his brood. He became a grandfather for the first time in June last year, and Jeremy Kyle, 53, is currently enjoying some family time as he holidays in Barbados with his fiancée Vicky Burton, 36, and his 4 children and first grandchild, The TV presenter, who is lucky enough to own a property in the Caribbean country, looked relaxed as he took the brood out for a boat trip across the crystal clear ocean, All aboard was the host's wife-to-be as well as Jeremy and his children Harriet, 28, Ava, 13, and 14-year-old Alice and 9-year-old Henry alongside the newest addition to the family, 10-month-old Isla, En route to boarding the boat, the TV personality was spotted lovingly cradling the little tot in his arms as he and the family walked along the road for his on-land antics. He decided to cover up his chest in a mint green t-shirt, On the sea, he stripped off his shirt as he strolled around the vessel in a pair of bright red swimming shorts perfect for their destination, as they were printed with palm trees and pineapples. He completed his holiday look with a pair of mirrored sunglasses, During the excursion, Jeremy doted on his granddaughter as he could be seen entertaining her in his arms, and she appeared to be fond of his eyewear as she playfully pulled them off his face, The other children kept busy by jumping in the sea and hoping onto rubber rings. Athy even dived in for a spot of snorkeling as the adults watched on, Vicky helped out her husband-to-be as she played with Isla and cuddled her as the boat bobbed along the calm sea, Rocking the beach look, the former nanny sported a striped halter neck bikini that showed of her perky cleavage and matching briefs. Vicky covered up from the rays in a white kaftan and tied her hair up in a messy bun as she shielded her eyes in aviator-style sunglasses. It appeared that the family took along some unidentified pals for the on-water journey, who also joined in with the water sports and basking in the warm weather, In February 2018, a representative addressed the reports on Jeremy becoming a grandfather, affirming Jeremy's daughter is pregnant, and he is very excited about being a grandfather. Harriet is the only child Jeremy shares with his first wife Kirsty, who the father of 4 married in 1989 before divorcing the following year. He later welcomed children Alice, 14, Ava, 12, and Henry, 8, with his second wife Carla Germain, who he divorced in 2016 after 14 years of marriage, citing that they had sadly grown apart over the years. Back in October, Jeremy discussed how he is now getting along much better with his ex-wife Carla since becoming a granddad. He said during an appearance on ITV's Lorraine, "It's great fun being a granddad. Everyone says it's," he said. He and ex-Carla have sorted out childcare and sharing the kids, saying it's absolutely fine. "We're just getting on." Jeremy has since found love with his children's former nanny Vicky, to whom he recently popped the question, The TV personality gushed over their romance while talking about relationships during a Valentine's segment on Good Morning Britain last year. Discussing a recent survey which found that people tended to be happier single than in relationships, Jeremy said that it wasn't until you had faced the abyss that you could finally find the right person. As he was congratulated on his recent engagement, which he joked left him fizzling inside, he said, "I've learned this the right way. Isn't it the truth? You don't actually ever end up with that person, the right person, until you face the abyss. Don't you have to be alone, and be okay on your own, just get on with your life, you're not desperate, you're not looking for someone, then that person finds you. Don't all of us need to be alone at some point in our lives to end up with the right person?" Reports recently emerged that the couple are planning to say "I do" next year in the Caribbean. A source told the Mirror Jeremy has been telling those closest to make sure they are available next summer, as that is when he is looking to marry. The pair haven't confirmed an exact date but have started thrashing out plans, with the Caribbean being one of their main destination choices. But what is important to them is having their friends and family at the bash. If it is abroad, they just have to firm up all the logistics. I had no choice. I would have lost. British mother, 55, has her passport confiscated and faces jail in Dubai 3 years after she. Peru 2 drug mule Michaela McCollum, 25, is in talks with a production company to bring her. Single mother, 26, who claims Conor McGregor fathered her daughter, shares a new photo of the hospital is forced to apologize to a transgender woman who visited a ward dressed as Mrs. Claus after. Premier League footballer filmed himself sexually assaulting a woman on a nightclub dance floor. Reckless drone pilot risks disaster by trying to take aerial shots of Windsor Castle and Harry Andorra. British ISIS matchmaker, 25, feared her 2 young children would be murdered if she tried to flee. Jacob Rees-Mogg says Boris Johnson could unite the Conservative Party and win an election as he. Line of duty bosses sack a senior crew member after stars including Vicky McClure complained over. At least a dozen Premier League stars are being treated for addiction to video game sensation. Fresh glory for James Cracknell rower becomes the boat race's oldest ever competitor at 46 as his. Police arrest man, 23, after a woman is stabbed in the stomach near Arsenal's Emirates Stadium in. Theresa May warns Brexit won't happen without compromise on both sides as she addresses the nation. Shocking moment: legendary wrestler Bret the Hitman Hart, 61, is tackled to the floor by a fan who. More than 1 billion viewers around the world are expected to tune into the hotly anticipated.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,